Thanks for joining us for the week 4 Advent devotions here at Narrative Church. We've been talking about a theme, unprecedented. How unprecedented it is that God steps down to earth to save us. The plan for that salvation was unprecedented, that God would come down to sacrifice. The people he uses were unprecedented because they're regular folks like you and me. Even an unprecedented place. He wasn't born in a palace in a capital city. He was born in a barn in a small town. Today we're going to talk about unprecedented lineage. And kids, lineage might be a big word, but it just means, where do you come from? You know, it's your family, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents even. And I found a picture actually that hangs on our fridge. And it's a picture of me and my brother and my grandpa and my cousin Carl. And Grandpa doesn't look too happy, but I promise you he was. He was hanging out with us running trains. My Uncle Robert builds miniature train sets. So he had this, half of his garage was this really cool train set. And we would go over to his house and run trains. And what that was he had printed up schedules for us, what cars needed to go where, what tracks they needed to end up on. And so we would move the trains around and build trains and send them different places. And it was a lot of fun. And we'd do that with my grandpa, my dad, my Uncle Robert, my cousin Carl, my cousins William and Andrew, and my brother. And we'd just have a blast. Well, my grandpa and my grandma are two of the people who taught me the most about faith. I mean, that's my grandma and grandpa Daring, and my grandma and grandpa Doling, the same thing. And this actually comes from the book of Psalms. And this is what the psalmist writes in Psalm 145, verse 4. One generation shall commend your works to another, and shall declare your mighty acts. That's what we get to do. You see, our lineage, while it may be every day, you may not have anyone famous in your family, but we get to declare that. Jesus' lineage has some real interesting characters in it. We already talked about how he shows up to normal, everyday folks. Our lineage, our family in faith, be they blood relatives or be they family through baptism, we get to declare the works of God together. And during this Advent season, that unprecedented joy that we can have in this relationship is to say, we get to declare who God is. We get to declare what he has done for us. For me, one thing that is exciting for me is, hopefully we see vaccines coming, and during this unprecedented year, as we get to hang out with family again, these are two of my nieces, Violet and Clara. And I love spending time with Violet and Clara and their younger sister Hannah. And one of the things I love to do is to share Jesus with them, to declare how good he is. So we're going to throw some questions up on the screen that, if you're with your family or friends, answer together. If you're on your own, write them down. And then we'll close once again with a Christmas carol.
Joyful and triumphant, O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore Him Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Oh, sing all ye citizens of heaven. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him, Christ the Lord. Yea, Lord, we greet Thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to Thee be all glory. And Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let